The Novelist tries ever so hard. Zarastro's going further in front. Snippets is all over. Zarastro, too good for them. 2.5.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop, episode 384, proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. As always, this week we'll preview our runners at Doomben this Saturday. Tony, good morning. A rollercoaster weekend of racing last weekend continued here. We had a nice couple of winners with 10 deep and about to explode. Obviously a big milestone with Pembury and the Golden Slipper. Unfortunately didn't get the result we were hoping for, but look, to even get there in the first place as well is such a big achievement. And yesterday we were lucky enough to tick off 150 winners for the season as well.
Yeah, good morning, Matt. Good morning, everyone. It's been a busy week for sure. Touch on Pembury, I still thought she was not too bad, to be honest. She got into a nice enough sort of spot, and as you sort of get into a top, to sort of be thereabouts, probably not win the race, but sort of certainly fight out, some sort of top 5-6 finish. She got hammered pretty hard, so look, she's had a good prep. She's, from a little pass-in filly to being a Group 2 winner, and I think there's good things in store for her in the spring. So she's at Cura for a well-earned break, which she'll do very, very well in. But a good day up here. Horses all raced really well, and we're lucky enough to get away with a double. So that was good. And then another double yesterday, unlucky not to be 3. And notched off the 150. So we've got a little goal, Matthew and I, we want to get this season.
We're getting there.
And we're on our way. So everything's going along well. Hopefully, as we look forward to this weekend, which is a busy weekend ahead, Easter yearling sales, and a really big team of runners here, as we really start to, over this next month, build up a lot of these horses towards the Winter Carnival.
As you mentioned there, we've got the English Easter sales down in Sydney as well on Sunday and Monday. You'll be heading down there to look at those yearling stocks. Hopefully, look, we can secure another transatlantic would be handy down there. Yeah, well,
it's a very much a condensed sales, only a couple of days. It's the premium, pedigree sort of horses and plenty of lovely animals down there. They do certainly come with a price tag. This is a 400 grand roughly average sale. So, but plenty of nice horses there. You can find a bargain in this sale. I think we've done a thing out to some ownership group the other day. A lot of nice fillies, especially you can buy around the 200 grand mark. So there are plenty of budgets there. There are plenty of bargains there, I should say. Speaking of bargains, we've got some cutest horses left from the cutest sale. They're very much your price-friendly horses to race for the cutest money. So give Andrew a contact. You should email into the office if you want to get involved, because there are some really nice, sharp, most of those cutest horses are really sharp horses. You're not going to have to wait too long for them.
And just before we get into our preview, we'd like to announce the winner of our latest promotion with the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. The prize is a night's accommodation with a buffet breakfast at the Pullman Brisbane Airport. Tony, who is the winner for this week's competition?
Clint Bloomfield. Good prize, this. And we mentioned last week, Alex's mob won the best hotel.
I think the fifth time.
For the fifth time.
Yep.
So, when you go to the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group, you're going to be well looked after. Service out there is honestly second to none. His team does such a good job. It's the fifth time they've been recognised for that award. So, you're going to an award-worthy hotel with fantastic staff.
So Clint, a member of the team, congratulations, and a member of the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group will be in touch with you. Now we'll get into our preview of our runners at Doomben on Saturday. The rail is in the half-metre position. Track is currently a soft 5 with fine weather forecast for the rest of the week. How do you think that track is going to play with the rail going back into the 0.5 position?
I think that track will play really well. It'll be a really good track at a half a metre. The tracks are holding a bit more moisture now. We're getting heavy dews. We've had a bit of rain, and obviously the temperatures, well, not yesterday, it was quite a warm day, but the temperatures into the weekend are supposed to cool off. So I think the track will race fantastic.
Beautiful. The first race we'll preview is race 3. It is the Class 3 plate over 1,350 metres. We'll have Boomshot in this race. We'll carry 60 kilos. CJ Graham on board and jump from Barry 15. Come in a couple after scratchings. Early odds with Ladbrokes, $8.50 for the win, $2.80 for the place. Wasn't at his best there. Last start at the Gold Coast on a soft 7. Might just not have appreciated that track on the day. Before that, he was really competitive at this track and trip. How do you think it sets up for him on Saturday?
Yeah, I think he's back to his right grade. He was disappointing at the Gold Coast, which does concern me. I'm not sure if he got the right run, but he's back to his right grade here. The barrier worries me, and I think he wants a bit of cut in the ground, but he always runs well at Doomben at 1,350. So he's a horse that'll figure in the finish. Whether he'll have the knockout blow, I'm not sure, but he'll certainly be figuring.
The next race we'll preview is race 4. It is the Colts Geldings and Entires benchmark 78 handicap over 1200 metres. We'll have 2 runners in this race. First of those we'll preview is Bundella. Will carry 55.5 kilos after Chelsea Baker's 3 kilo claim, who knows him really well. Jump from barrier 10. Early odds with Ladbrokes are $3.60 for the win, $1.55 for the place. He's coming off consecutive wins, both of this trip at Eagle Farm, so he's looking for that hat trick. He's been in super form. Now that he's bringing that form to Doomben, and although he's got a tricky gate to contend with, he's got some good early speed to hopefully overcome that.
Yeah, he's got good pace. There's a couple others in there with a bit of speed, so it's a touch trickier. But I think he gets in well with Chelsea's claim. He rolls up on speed. If he's not leading, he's outside lead. He's a rolling up on pace type horse, and he's in great form. He's in career best form, really. Figures of his last win were really good, of a horse that's certainly at a good level. I'd say better than 78 level. So I think he's the right horse for the race. We just got to make sure we get the speed right.
The second of our runners we'll preview is Exceed Speed. We'll kick off his campaign. We'll carry 58.5 kilos with Ben Thompson on board, who knows him well. Jump from barrier 4. Early odds with Ladbrokes are $6.50 for the win, $2.15 for the place. As mentioned, he's first up for his campaign. He's coming off 2 trials. His most recent trial brought him on nicely. It's a good kick-off point for him as we step him up in distance beyond this.
Yeah, he'll run well, this horse. 1200 has been a touch short for him in the past, but I think where he's at and the way he's trialling, this is ideal. We'll be able to ride him just behind him with a bit of cover. He's got enough tactical speed sort of just to be there, probably that third pair, maybe second pair, without having him out of his comfort zone. But I think just ridden the travel where he's comfortable to be conservative enough in the run early, he can certainly run a race. I got Bundella on top. I thought his last run was exceptional. If he can repeat that effort, which I can't see why he can't, he's certainly hard to beat.
The next race we'll preview is race 5. It is the open handicap over 2,000 metres. We'll have 2 runners in this race. First of those we'll preview is Queen Air. She will carry 52 kilos with Angela Jones on board and jump from barrier 8. Early odds with Ladbrokes are $18 for the win, $4 for the place. Hasn't put the results on the board that we've been expecting, but she's been working super at home here, up to 2,000, looks right up her alley, and looks to be good speed in the races set up for her.
I think she's where she needs to be. I thought the last run the other day at the Gold Coast had 2,000 Doomben written all over her. I think she was great. She's improved off that. She's fit well. This is definitely her race to run well in. She's drawn a smidge and awkward, but she'll just sit back off that speed and relax. And Anne just rides her so well. She knows her well. She rides her well. So I'm speaking to her earlier in the week. We're both really confident this is a good race for her.
The second runner we'll preview is Brindavan. Will carry 52 kilos. CJ Graham on board and jump from barrier 4. Early odds with Ladbrokes are $3 for the win, $1.40 for the place. He was a close second last start. A close second, then a strong finishing win last start over 1,800 metres. In lesser grade, he's really progressive here. Been a good addition to the stable and keen to get him out to the 2,000 metres with a lightweight.
Yeah, space in his run seems to suit him. He's very fit, very well. He galloped great here Tuesday morning. I know Hinksy, who's been riding him, is just thrilled the way the horse is going. Like he just pulls up like he could do it again, the work. He's got a big set of lungs on him. He's relaxing. He's doing everything that we want now for a nice staying horse. And I think CJ hasn't ridden him under race conditions or gallops at this point in time, but if they gel together, which I can't see why they wouldn't off that low draw, he just jumps, he lobs into a lovely spot on the back of the speed. He's going to look your winner. He's going to present. He likes good ground. The horse is in really good nick. So 2 really good chances there. I wish they weren't in the same race, to be honest. I think Queen Air is way over the odds. I'll be backing her each way at the 16s, and I think Brindavan's he just maps so well. He's going to be pretty hard to get past.
The next race we'll preview is race 8. It is the benchmark 85 handicap over 1,350 metres. The first runner we'll preview of our 2 is Castillian, our little friend here behind us, enjoying his hay this morning. He will carry 60 kilos with Angela Jones on board and jump from barrier 6. Early odds with Ladbrokes are $3.60 for the win, $1.55 for the place. Returns to the winner's circle last start with a dominant up in front win all the way on Cutest Jewel Day at the Gold Coast there over 1,400 metres. He's had a huge last start win, as we said, and he's won well at this track and trip at the same stage of his last preparation.
Yeah, I think he's going well, this horse. I think the horse jockey combo is the key to him. I think Ange really gels with him. He's just carrying a bit of weight. Worries me at the 60 kilos, but he'll bounce, he'll roll, he'll be on pace. He looks your leader. Look, I think he does, or he's thereabouts, and I think he's there to run really, really well. I don't think he needs soft ground anymore. I used to always feel he was better on soft, but I think he's just as good on good now. His feet have never been better, and this horse is in good nick, so he's there to run well.
The second runner we'll preview is Great Aspirations. We'll carry 54 kilos with CJ Graham on board and jump from barrier 4. Early odds with Ladbrokes are $9.50 for the win, $2.70 for the place. First up for his campaign on Saturday with 2 good trials under his belt. He was impressive in a trial win last week under his own steam. CJ's ridden him before, so should benefit from having that rider on him as well. And looks to get a good map from barrier 4 there.
Yeah, I think he does map really well. He'll probably improve for the run, but I think he maps to sit on the back of the speed here. He should jump quickly. He'll find the fence, let that speed go, tag up. He's going to get a really soft run and present. It's just whether he's quite there first up to do it. If he had one run under his belt, I'd say he could go to this grade and be well. This is a new grade for him, it's 85 grade, but he gets that weight concession, doesn't he? But I think it's a really good run. He's certainly one you want to have in exotics.
And the last race we'll preview, it is race 9. It is the Fillies and Mares Benchmark 78 handicap over 1,200 metres. We will have 4 runners in this race. The first of those we'll preview is Gospel Girl. Will carry 57.5 kilos after Chelsea Baker's 3 kilo claim. Jump from barrier 1. Early odds with Ladbrokes are $16 for the win, $4 for the place. She's been racing well. A little bit disappointing on the week back up, but she might just not have handled a few things there last start at the Gold Coast. Certainly a drop back in grade here. Inside gate, which he's been hoping for, and a bit of weight off with Chelsea's claim will certainly only be beneficial.
Yeah, I thought it was half a negative ride on her the other day. She needs to be ridden forward and find a nice spot, and she's certainly better than what we saw the other day. I know there was a slow recovery. I can't fault her. I thought her work here was good. We give her a really easy week to get over that torrid event, and she appears to be great. She's in great shape. So the run previous to that was actually quite good. Actually quite a good run. So, well, I think she's thereabouts to be on speed. There is a bit of pressure in this race. With a low draw on the claim, I'm happy to put her with it and just see how the race unfolds after that.
The second runner we'll preview is Blue Spinel. Will carry 59.5 kilos with Angela Jones on board and jump from barrier 5. Early odds with Ladbrokes are $17 for the win, $4.20 for the place. It was great to see her get back into the winning circle last start. Does rise in weight here, but she's a mare in form, and you can see the strength of this race when the last start winner's $17 there as well. I'm
surprised with her price in the market, to be honest, because she maps so well off low draws. I thought she jumps and she finds the back of what looks to be a good speed. I can see sort of 3 or 4 horses going forward here. She'll just do no work on the back of that, and hopefully, similar to what we saw at Eagle Farm the other day, just really smoke up and go bang. I think she'll show a good sharp turn of foot. I do get the weight, but there's not a whole lot down real low in the weights that I think are a chance. So look, I think she maps well. Like $17, she's certainly an each way play.
The third of our runners we'll preview is Dominant Darcy. Will carry 59.5 kilos with Emily Lang on board and jump from barrier 2. Early odds with Ladbrokes are $2.20 for the win, $1.28 for the place. She's won 4 out of 5 this prep and arguably could have been unbeaten this preparation. Loves this track and trip, handles good and soft. Look, as her name is, she's just been in dominant form, but finds a pretty good race here.
Yeah, she does. She's going up, and the problem is, I suppose, as she's getting in better races, she's starting to carry a bit of weight. But these low draws they're gold to her. Her racing pattern's so good. She steps well, finds herself in a forward position. If they go quick, she gets on the back of them. If they don't, she can lead up. So I think Em will ride her well. She knows her really well. She's put her in a good position. And look, she's the one they got to beat, I've got no doubt, because she's got such a good racing pattern.
And the last runner we'll preview, it is Savagery Vibe. Will carry 59 kilos with Martin Harley on board and jump from barrier 12. Early odds with Ladbrokes are $8 for the win, $2.60 for the place. She was a really good winner 2 starts ago. Just denied last start when coming home really strong. Just the winning post just came up a bit too soon. She is drawn the trickiest of our 4 though. How do you think it maps for her?
I don't think it maps too bad, to be honest. We'll just see how many more scratchings come out of it. But I see enough pressure there for her to be midfield on the back of that speed. And that could be the exact spot you need to be in. So I think if that's the case, she doesn't map too bad. We'll just see how scratchings will change how this race maps. But at the moment, as I look at it, I see good pressure, particularly with our parallel. Jet Newman will want to roll. There's a couple of other friends that she's going to have there rolling. Dominant Darcy will hold a spot. Savagery Vibe's one of those horses who want to come out neutral and just find that sort of midfield spot. I think Marty Harley will ride her well. His style of riding suits her, and he'll get her into the race and get moving. So she's doing really well, this mare. She's changed a whole bunch in the preparation. She's a lovely furnished mare now. So she's easy knockout play here. I think we've got 4 really good chances in it. And they all got their hope in the race, hence why we're running 4 at this point in time. We'll just see how scratchings go for her, but at this point in time, I think she runs, and she runs really, really well. I'll sit on the fence. The only reason you like Dominant Darcy is she just maps well all the time, So who knows? 4 mares, I think, in really good form.
Now, Tony, we are into the final furlong of the Final Gallop. Tony, who's your best winning chance at Doomben on Saturday?
Yeah, it's a tricky one. Saturday, got a couple of nice chances there. I could say Bundella, but I might go with Castillian.
Yeah.
I just think he's found form, and I think that I always felt that right mixer of jockey and horse, and he's good enough to carry the 60. So I think Ange Jones puts him in a winning position straight away, and he's the one to beat.
Very good. And then best each way chance, we've touched on a few that are at really good odds over the Saturday card.
Well, just purely at each way odds, I think Queen Air.
Yeah.
At each way odds, I think she can run a hell of a race, and that's not knocking Brindavan. I think he could easily win the race. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Queen Air's just a big odds, and I thought her run through the line the other day at 1800 indicated she wants the 2000.
And Tony, we've got a few at the provincials. Big meeting up at Toowoomba on tomorrow. One at the Poly on Saturday, and then also a couple at the Sunny Coast on Sunday. Anything for the punters to follow?
Yeah, we've got a bunch of nice horses going to the provincials this week. I like Bumeli in the paddock shape play. I think she can run well. I know the winner of the cutest jewel, Swift Dragon, is in it, but I thought she was good first up. She had good room to improve, and she definitely found that improvement. So it wouldn't shock me for her to be really hard to beat up there, and in what's a really small field for good prize money. And the other horses up there are certainly chances in the 1 and the 70,000. So we've got good hopes. If I narrow down one, I'm going to go Empress Aspen
on Sunday.
In 1800 maiden. I know she burn a few punters' fingers at Bow Desert, but I think the big track 9 furlong is what she sort of wants. So, and Lady Tangalooma, she was awful the other day at that Saturday meeting. She brings her A game for Benny Thompson back on board. I think she can easily bounce back. So, maybe Sunday's our main day. I don't know. I think we've got good provincial chances all weekend.
And as you mentioned earlier a couple of times, we had a big morning of track work on Tuesday. Anything that caught your eye that was through the binoculars there for the punters to put in their black book or to follow?
Yeah, I think there's a couple there. I think both those horses in the staying race, Brindavan and Queen Air, both were brilliant. Really nice staying work. And as far as the Bumeli, very sharp 2-year-old filly for Friday. She was great. Castillian was normal self. Yeah, and a pretty nice morning for track work Tuesday morning. Actually, the grass was in great condition early.
Yeah, albeit we had that shower come through.
Yeah, we had a bit of a shower coming through, so it made it a bit shitty for the riders out there, but certainly the grass was in really good nick and held up for those good for those first 3 loads.
And now it is time for Cav's Corner for this week, proudly supported by Brisbane Airport Hotels Group as always. Both his legs placed last week with Make a Call and Zufani, but unfortunately he went the win-win with his tail up from the win before. So look, let's head over to Cav's Corner for this week, see what his strategy is for this week.
Welcome to Cav's Corner for this week. Last week, a little bit disappointing. I was over racing and I went win-win. I should have stuck to the old motto, place. Anyway, this week we'll go to Toowoomba. We'll go Boom Alley, a win. And then we'll poke over to Saturday at Doomben and we'll go Queen Air, a place. Good punting, guys.
So Tony, Cav has gone Bumeli for a win on Friday night at Toowoomba, into Queen Air, a place on Saturday. So a nice bit of value there with Queen Air kicking in.
Yeah, she'll add a bit of value to him. I think Bumeli won't be. I think she's not too short in the market. She won't be too short in the market either with a couple of fancied rivals. Mossel won the other day at Eagle Farm here, and obviously that Swift Dragon won the Jewel. So I think she'll be good odds as well. So that'll be a pretty big multi. But who really thought he was going to get 2 in a row last week? Let's be serious.
I think only him.
Dead set. I just was too funny.
But look, Tony, look at another good weekend here of racing here at Doomben, as well as a few of the provincial meetings as well that we've mentioned. Big sales, the last sales for the season as well over the weekend. So good luck over the weekend. Hopefully we can get a couple more winners and a couple of nice yearlings as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Reiterate again off the sales. Get in touch with Andrew if you want to get involved in these Easter fillies. We do need required pre-interest to buy these because they're not as cheap as what the cutest ones are. And if you want to grab some of those cheaper buys from the cutest sale that are really sharp horses, get in touch. They are selling really quickly. I know I said that last week, but I won't be saying it for many more weeks to come because they are selling really quick.
Good luck, punters. Cheers.